Good morning. It is the last day in July for us, and so that can only mean one thing. We have our straw all dried out on our field over there, being field 25, which we combined in the last episode. So we need to go and rake that up. And yeah, we will get right to that. But first, I must address we put up a Canadian flag. Very cool. Now I wish there was a bit of wind so I could actually see that thing flap around. But there isn't. So we should get back to work. You will see right here that I used to have a blue baler and it had the rake on the front of it. So remember how that didn't really work very well? It was a great idea in theory, but not so much in practice. So yeah, I sold that and I went and got us the front mount rake back, and I went and got another New Holland baler. Same baler, just not with the rake attached to the baler, simply because it just was not working out for us. That is all. There it is. We can start right back up. You can see I've got a New Holland corn header. As next episode, we should probably be doing some corn harvest. My bad. That was not professional driving at all. That did not look smooth. Anyway, let me get this all hooked up and we'll come back. This here baler requires 240 horse, so I figured that is exactly the perfect time to up the horsepower on this tractor. So we've pretty well maxed out the power on this tractor now. We can't go up any higher. And I think for now it'll do. I don't see why we need to bump it up. With 240 horse, I think we could probably even get away with a bit of a bigger cultivator too. We'll have to see once the fall season comes around. But for now, this will do. And here we are, ready to make that magic happen, right? I find it quite amusing that there is no PTO shaft there. So is this a ground-driven rake? I'm not sure. Very amusing either way. I think it should have a PTO shaft there, but it doesn't. But we'll hire a worker and we'll let them get to work. Hopefully at some point they can start to do 2 rows at once, but if they don't, that's fine. At least this way they're doing the baling on their own, which saves me a lot of time. Looks like the bales are coming out fine. I'll leave him to it. Let's go see what else we got going on. Oh man, look at that. What do you guys think? Is that half decent? I was really hoping for wheel weights. It doesn't have any. Makes me a little bit sad, but you know what? I will take it. Let's have a look at these lights. So I went with full light package. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Got the 6 lights on top, 2 lights at the bottom. And there looks like we got some fender lights, as well as fender lights in the back and on the top. Very cool. Oh, even a bit of squeak in the starter. How cool is that? That is a beautiful sounding engine. My goodness. The engine itself, the design is very lackluster, but back in the day they didn't have a lot of things on the block. This side has a lot more detail. I like that. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Anyway, let's have a listen here. My guy is constantly shifting from the look of it. There, it's only 31 clicks an hour, but I don't remember if my T4 did more or less. Looks like it's only got 8 gears, basically. Interesting. Well, we are going to attempt to put on a loader and see what happens. We need to do some experiments with our new tractor. It said the worker was completed his task. I'm gonna say he completely messed up my tractor. That I do believe. Because that is not how you bale. Goodness. And why was he going this way? That makes no sense at all. Wow. Oh, that's a tree I can't get through. Well then. I guess we drive around. But yeah, this is a rather odd way to bale a field, my friend. I don't like that at all. Let me lower and turn on the windrower. And turn on the baler. I don't like what he was doing. Let's not do that again. I guess the pole might have messed him up, but I thought this is why we had created this wide swath here. I am not entirely sure what happened. All I know is that that was definitely not right. Anyway, back to business. AI worker H has completed their task. I doubt that. But anyway, we're looking at the Forest Series loader on this tractor, and I gotta say it's a good fit. It is a little too modern for it, but it is a good fit, and that I do like. But yeah, let's take a look and see what kind of disaster we did this time. Oh man, am I really gonna have to bale all this myself? That is impressively terrible. I don't know why this guy can't bale proper. Come on, just do your thing. It's not that hard. No, no, no. Turn on baler. Lower windrower. Turn on windrower. It is not that hard. You already did 2 passes. I don't get this, folks. I just don't get what his deal is. Why the one center of the field is his tipping point that he can't get past. Did he see a ghost there, or what's his deal? As we were saying before we got so rudely interrupted by that other worker, who was being a complete knob, let's try and see if we can't do some bale lifting with this little tractor. We're going to use the exact same implements we used with the T4, because if this didn't improve our weight, and you'd think an old tractor would, then we have bigger problems on our hands. I think we remember that this fork was quite heavy, so we want to see if we can't lift a bale or two. I don't want to take any from high on a pile, because that seems like wrecking bale piles is not exactly on the agenda. But what I could do, I could take these 2 round bales and give that a go. There we are. Oh, that is no sweat at all. I'm actually going to detach the weight just so I can... Oh, so that weight is pretty crucial, I see. Alright, let's do another little brake experiment. No, I think we have, I honestly believe we have a bit of a winning combination here. Looks like there shouldn't be any more problems. That is wonderful news. So we've sorted all of that out. We'll probably just bring these somewhere off to the side for now, and we'll go see how our ridiculous baling is going out on the fields. Probably see if we can't lift 4 bales with this tractor, just because. So far this tractor's been pulling like a champ. It has had no struggles whatsoever, which make me really happy. It's pulled this wagon really nicely. And I have the weights and the forks on it, so I mean it's really got a lot of weight going on. But no, it seems to be doing just fine. If you're wondering how that weight is on there, let me show you. The tongue hitches up to that weight. It's a really cool feature. Usually if you have a D-ring in your tongue, it seems to want to work better. I think I left one bale back there. Oh well, we'll get her. Here, let's just grab this. It looks like I left a little strip of straw out. Yeah, there it is. And we can go to the far end and grab that other one too. There we go, with the full wagon, or almost full. It seems like our little tractor's actually trying a bit more. That's wonderful. It's just what we wanted. We want to really work it out. But I figure instead of doing completely full wagon, which you know will probably stack some on the top and make the pile a little bit awkward, I'll just, now that the pile is one straight line, that is a perfect time to go unload. This way we can stack on top of that for the next load already. Gotta think ahead of things like this. Otherwise, you know, you end up with a lot of messes that you didn't want to be in. And there we have it, a nice stack of straw bales. Should be easy enough to maneuver around. We can double stack that just like those hay bales there. Should make things nice and simple for us. So for that second stack there, I don't mind if there's, you know, some odd ones on top. That is not going to be the biggest worry. It's just when you're doing the bottom stacks, that's where you got to be a little bit careful. So we can put that back into operating position and not run over our hydrant again. I seem to run over that a lot. I don't want to do that. And our worker is meandering across the field, as it would seem. Not sure what all that's about. I don't know that I hired him to do sightseeing. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to straighten him out too. I guess with straw harvest, it just hardly makes sense to use the windrower technique. It just seems like the workers are just a little too dumb still. They just cannot seem to figure out how to do this, and it's beginning to waste a lot of time. So I may as well do this myself. I still have, you know, a little less than half a field here, but yeah, good thing about doing this in with the windrower in the front is I don't have to be as careful how I drive, because I know the windrows are always going to be right between the wheels, just where we need them. So I'm going to clean up the rest of this field, seeing as my workers just can't be relied on, and I'll see you guys when the field's all done, I think. And off we go, ready to load bales. I want to see how full this is going to get this time around, seeing as I can stack this to the top this time on my pile. With the grass, it seemed like there was some perpendicular bales way at the back, and I'm not seeing that with the straw. So I'm not quite sure what the deal is there, or if that's just the way the wagon was designed. So we're going to see if we can complete a whole wagon load and go from there. Okay, so I can see that the way that they designed the straw bales to be stacked is different than the way that the hay bales are done. I like this design. This is a really good way to do it. I've got no qualms or problems with that. And of course there's no straps because it's an auto load wagon. Alright, we'll go bring this over to the shed and stack that up on two. I have a bit of concern how we're going to work those last two bales. I might have them sticking past. So we're going to start on the other side, or come from the other side I should say. And we're going to see what we can do. I'm sure we can figure out a way to stack these nicely. Should not be a problem. Cut her nice and wide. And we'll see if we can't get in there nice and straight. Something like so. We'll go up and across. Now I gotta make sure I'm not sliding these on top of the other bales. Otherwise, I run into trouble. Because I'll knock those other ones down, as you can see, like that. That is something I absolutely don't want to do. There, that was actually not bad. It's a pretty decently straight stack. Perfect. And we can hit reset and bring the wagon on out. Wow, that worked really well. A lot better than I had hoped for. As promised, I will be lifting two bales just to see if my little tractor can do it. Let's back away from my main pile so I don't make a mess of things. Oh yeah, much easier than the T4 did. Just for the fun of it. Oh, I guess turning is always not advised. But I want to see if I can't make my back wheels lift up or front. It does not appear so. Well folks, I think trading this tractor in for the T4 has been an excellent investment. Not one that I will probably regret. So, with that being said, I think that's perfectly good for this episode. Don't you think? Well, if you guys enjoyed that video, then be sure to leave a like. And if you guys want to chat, leave your stories, leave your comments, leave your questions in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you when I have a moment. And if you guys really love the content you're seeing here and you love following along with the story and you want to see where we go next, then I would highly suggest subscribing. What's going to happen, and this is totally magical, the thing that'll happen is that YouTube is going to send you notifications and they're going to tell you that I just dropped a new video and you should totally check it out. Yeah, YouTube does that for us because we're part of the cool club now. Anyway, well, before I go make a fool of myself, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.